Hello, Bliss. Long time no see. Hope you're doing alright. Hope you're chillin'. Also, Forlorn Watchman, welcome to the chat. Good to see ya. What was I doing last? Oh, fuck. I forgot to go turn in my quest. Well, oh well. And I also don't really feel like doing the Mandalorians. Wife says hi. Hello, wife. Welcome back, Roboification, by the way. Long time no see. Good to see you back. Hello, DM. Hello, Dralian. Thanks for me. I'm D-dashing while I listen. Always get instant notifications. Heck yeah, that's good to hear. Enjoy your door dashing. I've done some door dashing myself. I know the grind. I know how it be. You know, I'm actually curious. When you go back to the Kashyyyk surface after you get Zalbar's dad, the sword, you're supposed to be taken right to the village and you do the fight Chundar, not letting you go back to the landing zone, because if you were to go back to the landing zone after you win the battle, the Wookiees have already driven everyone off, so you can't finish the merchant quest. I wonder if I can use the quick load, quick save, speedrun glitch to bypass that so I can go turn in my quest real quick. Hello, Minerva. Doing well. Glad you're here. Hope you're doing well as well. Yeah, I did watch the World Cup, actually, the latter half. Spain is the winner. Argentina was acting like a bunch of thugs. They were getting fouls left, right, and center. And one of their guys fouled after the game ended. Like, just attacked somebody. So, you know, I think they deserve that L. I mean, they didn't even have the ball all game, so... doubly so, they deserve the L. Ease what it is for them. Ripped Jolie. I don't have like a super vested interest. Okay, cool. Cool stun, dude. In soccer, but I think everyone just wanted Argentina to lose. I don't get what it is with these stuns. I don't know what they're hitting me with. Because that was clearly a flurry. Who won? Spain. Hello, T-Man. Chups, welcome, welcome. Drew. I think the quick save, quick load method should work for that. Let's hope so. Also, I forgot, we learned last stream that a Dex build melee versus Dex build guns. Dex build guns have the higher chance to win. Much, much higher chance. What? Dude, I didn't cue that guy. Whatever. KOTOR moment. Rock. Anyway, we learned very important information. Dex build sword versus Dex build gun is not a worthwhile fight. Because the +10 that you get for being in point-blank range with them is not as beneficial as their 10-point bonus for being close up to you. Especially in this run in specific, where I have negative strength, in which I am losing out on some damage. Because of that, however, the proper solution to Dex melee versus Dex guns is to just whip out a gun with Dex. That's Dex's greatest strength, just the ability to whip out guns whenever you want, and also use lightsabers. And any melee weapon you want in KOTOR, for that matter. KOTOR 2, I should say, with that finesse feat. So Dex provides, ironically, very fittingly, flexibility. But if you're just trying to strength build, if you're just trying to melee and you don't want to switch to anything, you just do strength all the way. So, as we're going to do now, I'm going to demonstrate. It's going to be a lot better for me to just play at a distance against other gun users. I have a higher chance to hit than they do. I have a higher AC than they do. We don't need to trade plus 10 bonuses for point blank or threatening a ranged attacker with melee. We can just have a shoot off. And they'll lose, because my AC, with all the proper buffs, is like 40, which is really good. Guess who's currently downloading KOTOR? Oh, hell yeah, Crow. Are you downloading it on Xbox? You just tried Vanguard 2, by the way. It's meh. Yeah, I didn't want to, like... I didn't want to, like... say anything about it until you had played it. I was not impressed. I just thought, man, I could be playing Marathon. I don't even, like, really want to play Marathon, but Marathon does what it's doing a lot better. Still very rough around the edges. And boy, I could not navigate those menus. People said Marathon's menus were difficult to navigate. I think that game was much, much harder. IMO. Alright, so the strat. We just popped shield. I don't think I'm gonna need dexterity drugs for these guys. Alright, let's see their chance to hit on me. See what their bonus is. Base 10. So they have 15, plus 15. That one has plus 15 anyway. That doesn't hit. Only crits hit. And the other Wookiee... yeah, they can't hit me. Excepting with crits. When you take away a plus 10, it really helps a lot. And that guy, that one that just hit me, that's the 20. That's what I'm talking about. So when you build for AC, build for dexterity, you gotta play smart. When you build for strength, you just hit things and they die. Another crit. I mean, they do have bowcasters, so that makes sense. That extra plus 3 AC from dueling is actually really helping here. What is it with the back snipes causing stun? Like, what is doing that? Seriously. I don't know what power that is. Should have done a gunslinger. Will next run be KOTOR but normal? KOTOR but normal? Maybe if I play the Slaheyron mod, it'll just be a normal run, but I'm also doing Slaheyron. Could be an idea. I really need to invest in the Mandalorian. Not the Mandalorian, the Casus Fet pistol. Would be nice right about now. I wouldn't use it for very long though, that's the thing. Got to still play KOTOR in 2026. The game was a great part of my childhood. Hell yeah, Kira Brooks. KOTOR is goated forever. Sam Witwer is streaming now? What's Sam Witwer playing? What's he doing? You do not realize your importance with our combined strength. We can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy. What's this a reference to? Wow, my force speed ran out instantaneously. Fringe. The duration buffs in this game are so inconsistent. Hello Alcatraz, welcome to the chat. Just another Arc clone IMO, kinda bummed. RIP. Can you beat KOTOR with your clones as companions without force powers? I mean, yeah, I mean, they'd all be pretty strong. Can I beat KOTOR 1 as Kreia? She's pretty strong with all her KOTOR 2 powers and balancing, you know. That'd probably be pretty easy. Some board game? Is it like a Star Wars themed board game or what? Is he just exploring like a tabletop game he got from his local game store, which is fair. Just curious. Honestly, I didn't remember Darth Vader saying all that. I think the only thing I ever remember is, "I am your father." Hello, Richard. Welcome. KOTOR 1, The Schizo Adventures of Revan. I beat KOTOR 2 without companions? Technically, no. You can't. There's too many cutscenes where you have to play as companions. And kill people as companions. I'm sure with proper glitching, that I just haven't learned for KOTOR 2 yet, you could probably skip some scenes where companions have to kill people. But at a glance, no. KOTOR 2 has too many scenes in which you have to kill people as a companion. Let's see if I can't... Oh, wow. I skipped really far ahead. That was not intentional, but we'll take it. We'll pretend like I meant to do that. It's Star Trek. Waiting on Twitch ads to see what he's doing. Yeah, dude, Twitch. Twitch loves their ads. Even if you're not, like, partnered, they'll do ads. Obviously, Sam Witwer's gonna be partnered. So there's gonna be even more ads, but... yeah. Kinda crazy. We need a game that lets you be schizo. Isn't that Disco Elysium? Not that I would know. What the hell is that crit? Wow. 37. On one hit, too. That was something. I think KOTOR 2 has an excessive amount of scenes compared to 1. Yeah. The pacing of 2 is very wonky, I'll say. In certain places. It's a Star Trek combat sim. Oh, cool, cool, fun. Hope you enjoy. KOTOR 2 is a visual novel, very true. Honestly, if they released a KOTOR 2, like, April Fool's visual novel, they would go kind of hard. Obsidian, when creating KOTOR 2, was like, you know what? This game needs a shit ton of cutscenes. You know, just when you were getting in the groove and the vibe of your main character, figuring out your build, we're gonna have you play Atten. You're gonna have fun with that? Sure hope so. Oh, Atten will be alone. So, good luck with your things. KOTOR 1 and 2 needs an animated series for real, Clone Wars animation style. It would be so peak. It would be so awesome. It'd be so cool. I can't switch out Jolie here, can I? Nice. Let's see if he comes back for the cutscene. I wonder. Yeah, remember Atten, that guy you never used after Telos? You need to kill 2 bounty hunters playing a solo Atten? Yeah. That's the guy. And then you have to beat Hanhar as Mira. And an entire base of enemies if you don't know your pathing to get past them. I think KOTOR would do better as an animated series, more flexible. It probably would do better. It probably would do better. But alas, it's all hopes and dreams at the moment. What if Anakin never had a lightsaber? Like, he just comedically loses it every chance possible. Every time he tries really hard to, like, make a lightsaber for his Jedi trials, it just, like, blows up on him. So they just eventually give up and say, you know what, you don't need it. Beerus did that? For real? Dude. That's crazy. Miura at least has a rocket launcher and stealth, so you can sneak by if you know what you're doing. Yeah. You can easily skip it. That whole section, if you know what you're doing. It's just when you don't know what you're doing, when it's, tad rough in it. I was in that boat last time I played. My knowledge was not as up to snuff. Check out my super courageous dex build. Uh-oh. Alright, you got first hit, cool. I love this. And by love this, I mean... I find it quite silly how they targeted me. They're just coming to give me my turn, even though I've drawn no aggro. Kinda freaky, honestly. Freaky behavior. Here, oh, hold on, let me get like a really good crit strike. No, they're getting first hits. What? Huh? I'm okay with this, actually. I'm okay with this. I'm just gonna watch him die. Blimey, you're a dexterous fella, ain't I? Thanks for the cutscene glitch, I guess. Oh, okay, no, we're back. We're back. Regularly scheduled programming. Back to normal. And everyone's on me again. Hello, NGP. NJP. Glad you made it. Welcome to the chat. I'm very dexterous. So dexterous, in fact, that I can restart cutscenes through sheer power of flexibility. Yeah, deflection. Oh cool, that missed, even though it had the hit sound and everything. Check out the jump though. Check out the jump though. Shundar, buddy. It's over. 2 damage is crazy. Alright, we did it. We gamed. Alright. Hooray, level up! That's what we wanted. Yeah, baby! That's what we've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo! I'm not as impressed with dexterity, to be honest. But hey, we got our level 3 feat, so now we can get even more dexterity. Yippee. Hooray. Energy resistance isn't really going to help us, but may as well. Could be helpful if I need it. Alright. What if Anakin never got a new Kyber crystal? I think it was. I've seen one where Anakin has a sister. Okay. Honestly, that's Darth Vader's thing to do. Makes sense. You know, I feel like I kind of like the voice you did whenever I would say... someone would say, like, what if this and... What if Anakin dated Duchess Satine? What? Luke is not father like son when it comes to siblings. Luke is just Luke. Luke is like his mom. And Leia's like her dad, I would say. Which server was the guild on for SWTOR? I believe that's Starforge. That's EST. Eastern Standard Time. East Coast. What if Anakin was trained by Mike Tyson? Oh fuck, he's cooked. He's cooking everybody. Everyone loses. What if Anakin was trained by Anakin? Stop the presses. We've got a new Star Wars movie. This is exactly what we need right now. Yeah, Andrew Tate got arrested again. That is the news. One of the many things on the news that we talked about yesterday. What did he do this time? Sneeze at a prime minister? No, it's apparently charges of rape. I mean, he was put on charges of human trafficking last time, so we'll see what they can actually find out this time. Because apparently whatever he was charged... Apparently the charge didn't really stick last time, seeing as he was, you know, allowed to walk freely. I think it's the first stream I've actually made. It's been nearly 1 AM here in England, so I'm barely here, but I am here. Well, heck yeah, NJP. Thanks for coming by and saying hello at such a time. Were you up watching the World Cup, by chance? Jesus, I hate some people in this world. He's collecting charges like the Infinity Stones. Yeah, he sure is. He's paying for the islands, obviously. He had an invite, he just wasn't... He wasn't old enough, ironically. This is... What is Ahsoka and Luke's mother? What if Ahsoka was Luke's mother? That would be kind of freaky, I don't like that. Anakin dating his Padawan. That's like some SWTOR. That's some SWTOR-esque stuff going on. Hell, I mean, it's KOTOR too, kind of. Bastila is basically your master. Kind of. Sort of. And in KOTOR too, I mean, everyone is basically your student. And you can date them. Old Republic has kind of got that thing going, doesn't it? Wow, I didn't get a fighter cutscene. Thank goodness. Wish you could quote what? What did I say that time? You see, Broda, if it was Ahsoka, that would make Anakin a Hollywood star. Yeah. SWTOR, KOTOR, KOTOR 2, they're all guilty. They're all guilty. Creepiest Batman x Batgirl. Yeah, I know it's one specific producer who likes that ship for no particular reason, apart from, like, being a creep, I guess. Like, he did that ship at the expense of Wonder Bat, too, which is such a peak ship. I know that if Batman and Wonder Woman were together, it would change their collective status quo too much to work, unfortunately. Like, each of them would be changed irreversibly. Batman would be happy, which is not allowed. And Wonder Woman wouldn't, like, be in Themyscira, probably. Be stuck with Brucey.
As you command, Master.
Can't bring a man home to Themyscira. It'll make your mom sad. No ship is more peak than the Ebon Hawks, so true. There's a collective what ifs where Anakin dates all the female council members. Yes, I have seen those thumbnails. At least those are not as creepy as Ahsoka. What if Anakin dated female Jedi member? Bruce also keeps a little boy. A few. Quite a few. I feel like Darth Malik would probably not survive him, but the first thing I would do if I had force powers would go up to him and just use the force to rip out his metal jaw. What if he blocks and has a higher save against your force powers, though? His force save DC is pretty high. The Ebon Hawk Tour. I'm almost glad Google tried to autocorrect that. Almost. We couldn't have missed the Ebon Hawk Tour. Everybody loves the Ebon Hawk Tour. It's my favorite ship in the entire galaxy. Alright, time to make $1 million bajillion. I need a lot of healing, and there's lots of things to buy in the end game. Lots and lots of things. Wow, the Mandalorian Heavy Pistols has a really good sell ratio. You buy it for 1,500, it sells for 1,300. It's a very good ratio. Goodbye, Circlet of Suresh, goated item. I'm sorry, little one. But I do what I must. Also, shout out to the game for giving you, like, more than enough, shields throughout the game, so that you don't lose. It's pretty rad. Oh, I can use retinal combat implant for, gun combat as well. That's good. Good to have. Strength, battle stim, mines. Oh, do I even have gun? I don't even have gun mod parts, so it's actually better that I don't get the Costas Fett pistol, honestly. I sold all my gun parts like a fool. Like a buffoon. Barris Coffee. Padme X Jar Jar. No. Hello, Cody. Welcome to the chat. That's me, John KOTOR. Barris off E dating Anakin would have been normal to an extent. Isn't Anakin still... I thought he was like 27 or something. 10 years is a bit of a gap. I don't actually know how old he was. Let me look up Anakin age in Attack of the Clones. Oh, he's 19. Yeah, would have made sense. Thank you, Crow. 23 by the end of the Clone Wars. You did a Google search. Mitra Surik is supposed to be 26 to 28. And she was exiled for 10 years when KOTOR 2 starts. She was... I mean, I guess with Ahsoka being a Jedi General herself at the ripe age of 16, I suppose it would not be that much of a surprise if Mitra Surik was around that age during the Mandalorian Wars. I would think she's older, though, because lots of people comment on the Exile's age in this game, and they say that he or she is old, like 40, probably. Too old for Mira, in specific. That would just make me assume 30, 40, but, you know. If it is what it is, then it is. Let's go back to... yeah, I want to go get some more stims and stuff at TAC. I am evading all of these ships, dude. This is goated. Jedi Commander, think only Knights and Masters were generals. Command, yeah, whatever. Tomato, but tomato. Off to the races. What if Mitra Surik dated Anakin Skywalker? I think it wouldn't end well. I think Mitra Surik would be like, well, maybe war's kind of bad, and Anakin would be like, no, this shit's been great. And then, you know, the whole thing. The whole thing, as it were. Let me get that adrenal alacrity, dude. I'm gonna buy a bunch of those. I don't think I need anything else right now. I am waiting for endgame. I think there's a Dex implant I can go buy on Korban right now. I am waiting for Subam Tam +5 Dex implant, but I can get a +3, which would be nice. Hat, I don't think is changing. Gloves, I don't think are changing. Robes aren't changing. Subam has the Dex belt. There will be a crystal I have to get on Manon by killing the Dark Jedi there. So I will have to make sure I get that, because there is a Dex boosting crystal, believe it or not. Didn't know that was a thing in this game. I thought that was only KOTOR 2. But yeah, let me see. Implants, KOTOR. If I can just get a +3 implant right now, why not? You know? Would help. Oh, fuck! Eli sold it. Eli sold it, man. I missed it. I could have bought it then. Well, I didn't have the money then. It's alright. We'll wait. I could buy a +2 Dex. Would that help? That matter? No. No, it wouldn't. Okay. What level am I? I mean, it would kind of matter, but not really. It's whatever. Alright, let's go take out some Dark Jedi on Manon. Oh, there it is. First fighter encounter. I swear, the fighter RNG this run has been crazy good. I just haven't... This is my first one. Maybe it's tied to Dex, honestly. It would kind of make sense, but also not really. Luis. Love your videos from France. Hell yeah, dude. Thanks for coming by and saying hello. Thank you for watching my stuff. Appreciate it. Anakin Skywalker, fiction's favorite war criminal. True and real, honestly. Meester committed a way worse atrocity than Anakin. She had regrets. How would Star Wars be if Anakin didn't exist? That's a good question, honestly. I think a lot of Palpatine's plan would have had to be... had to have been improvised. Like, think about it. Without Anakin in his back pocket, Dooku was like his only trump card. After Dooku died, what did he have, really? Because the CIS wasn't really going to go anywhere. The CIS would have made the fight a little closer without Anakin as a general. But they probably still would have lost. Because the clones were there. Order 66... He probably would have still had Order 66 happen. He probably would just... If he was smart, Palpatine would have just done Order 66 a little earlier. If he could have. You know... He didn't have to wait for Anakin to be safe from his clones, you know? So he could just do Order 66 whenever he wanted. Take care of the Jedi that way. Though, if he didn't do it in time, then, you know, Mace Windu would have gotten him. Probably. Also, he wouldn't really have had a probable cause for killing all the Jedi, because if he did it before he got attacked by Mace Windu, then I guess he could have done it as like a last-ditch thing. Like, if he lost the fight with Windu, he could have had like a contingency plan to have Order 66 trigger anyway. So, all the Jedi probably would have died. Or at least most of them. But Palpatine would have also been slimed out. Though the question would be, like, could Obi-Wan and whoever his Padawan would have been if it wasn't Anakin kill Dooku? Would it be Dooku as the last Sith standing if Palpatine's whole plan got uprooted because Dooku wasn't doing it? It's an interesting theory. A Star Wars theory. Half-Life games are basically Valve making tech advances in gaming like physics and so on. Half-Life 2 as a tech demo. I haven't played Half-Life 2 personally. I played the first game though. Need to work on dinner, so I'll be back. Man wants to play KOTOR tonight. Hell yeah, fun. You're leading an unemployed war online. Folks can't accept it as a tech demo. He wanted a good excuse to do it. He did. What if Order 66 triggered during the Old Republic? Like, if all the Republic troopers were told to kill the Jedi? I mean, it probably would have worked. The Jedi had gone through more than a few extinctions at that point.
Don't think you're... We managed it. You... Have you man... Time?
Honestly, the Jedi had come back from so many extinction events at that point. They probably would have had like 1 or 2 people left like they usually do, and they would have brought everything back as per usual. It just seems very much like the writing for Old Republic. I think if Dooku was the last Sith, he would have been more noble to an extent. Wouldn't have been as brutal as Sidious, nowhere near. I wonder who he would have taken as his apprentice. Could have got full Riz apprentice Maul. To who? Apprentice to who? Spain won. Yes, I heard. I was there. I was in New Jersey, actually. No, I watched it on TV. Good on them. They played a very good game. Valve were just built different. Valve was indeed a game developer at some point. Quake 1 is still real to me. It is real to me! Come and get me, boy. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm clicking. I'm left clicking. I jump at you. I jump at you. I jump at you. I do not kill. I kill now. I jump at you. I didn't want to attack you. I jump at you. I think he bombed his own guy. That's kind of funny. It's always funny when it happens. Love to see it. Nice. Got him. Now the LARPer's over, so Americans can stop pretending they care about soccer. Yeah, I was kind of wondering if, like, America would care about soccer after this or not. I would imagine not. But we'll see what happens. Maybe there'll be an uptick in interest in the sport. There was kind of an uptick in interest already. Ow. Landmine. We just, you know... We just didn't have it on mainstream everywhere all the time. Like it was football or nothing. American football, I should say. Americans don't exist, you were lied to. Illusions, lies by the Jedi. No, Anakin means Maul is God. I mean, Maul still gets clapped up by Palpatine. Palpatine still slimes him out.
You there. You. I don't reckon. Command.
Baby Jedi God rages around. I think that Lewandowski from Poland will be playing in Chicago.
What?
Never heard of him. I'll take your word for it, though. Look at this guy with his Achani sword. He's a Sith weeaboo. What if Anakin had a Desert Eagle? I guess he'd slime some people out with it. It'd be kind of cool. I'd watch that. I'd watch him slime people out with the Deagle. Be kind of rad. I read a funny fanfic where Shinji and Misato from Evangelion were in Star Wars. That does sound pretty funny. TBH. England has prospect of playing Spain in September in the Nations League. Spain is in a possession god-tier team that can suppress anyone, even France and Argentina. Score some goals, England. Twi'leks OP, for real, for real. What if Anakin was Jewish? I don't really know if much would change. I mean, maybe George Lucas kind of took some inspiration from the Old Testament a little bit, you know. He was freed from desert slavery. I mean, that's kind of like about it. It's kind of like about it. He didn't, like, you know, put any plagues upon Tatooine. I mean, he did wipe out those sand people, so I mean, if you count that, you know, that could count. That could be something. Could be a mark. Ow. Landmine. Grenade. Honestly, it's just better to use guns, it feels like, with this run. Lightsabers are cool and all, but getting up close to gun users is just never a good idea as a dex build. Was 6 against France not good enough? Well, it was 4-6. So it's not as though it was a complete total blowout. We could always score some more goals, England. More goals. Here, I gotta get in the right position here. Nice. That was Conquer Palpatine, was Anakin's dad. He used the Force to conceive him. Indeed, I remember that being a thing. I'm off fan, actually. Not a big fan. Not the biggest into that origin. I'm glad it's not canon. TBH. Nope, don't think so. Stupid grenadier. You won't shoot me with your frosty balls. Paws. Child support must be wild for the Sith. Child support is probably like decided upon in like the court of an arena. Like you have to fight to earn your child support. That's probably how divorce works among the Sith as well. Arena battles. Spain winning was justified if England played Spain. Might stay 0-0 until the half. The Court of Owls. Ah yes. The Sith Owls. Famous mythology. The Sith are known for their wisdom, after all. Spain hasn't lost a match in like 38 matches.
Dark Jedi Master is war farming and waiting.
I don't like Dark Jedi Master. I don't like him. He's big, mean, and scary. Thank you for your donation, Chubbs. I highly appreciate it. I'm scared of him. I don't want to fight him. I'm probably just gonna have to animation cancel him. I don't think... I don't even know if I win against him 1v1, honestly. Like... He's got the force powers, and those hurt a lot. Oh, not energy resist. Oh wow, that didn't take a lot to cut. That didn't cost a lot at all. That's actually really good. I could fit that into my rotation. One at a time, one at a time. Alright, let's see. Here, come on. What's your chance to hit, buddy? Oh, never mind, you're just bad. Wow. Wow. Oh no, wait. He rolled a 1. He's bad. I've got a few buffs on my side, so you know. Not too surprising to critically miss, I think. Alright, what's your stats at? What are your stats at? You have base 12. You have base 15. Yeah, you can't hit me. Base 16. You can't hit me. You can't touch me, boy. Ain't got nothing. I do have force immunity for Dark Jedi Master, but, you know, life drain's life drain, so... When an NPC figures out that life drain has no save, you know... The party's over. See, like, it's just bullshit. Messi lost, yes. I hate Messi, I don't even watch British football. We say Pika Nasna, which translates to ball foot. Ball foot. Divorce with Sith is just death by snoo snoo. Sheesh. You know, maybe it's not so bad. What? Force immunity, by the way. I guess it's not full force immunity, it's just force resistance. But even still, lame. Okay, what is going on? There's no way it expired between saves. Can you beat KOTOR with 512 millibytes of RAM? Probably. That's probably how it was run back in the day. If not even less. Here, by the way, we're double casting Force Resist. Just in case. Now he's gonna spam force powers until he figures out about drain life. Gets under a certain threshold. Yep, there it is. Gets under a certain threshold and has to restore his HP. So cringe, man. Extremely cringe. Because you don't have the damage to just kill him before he whips that out, and I have no saves, even with force resistance. It's just not good enough. So I think we just cheese him. Even then, though, he's probably going to start casting as I run away. Then again, if he is chasing, maybe that distracts him long enough. Too early. Alright, okay. So, while they're running, they can't cast their BS horsepower. That's good. Spain versus USA would be a slaughter. I mean, yeah, USA didn't make it to finals, so... Well, I mean, they got to the brackets, you know, the finals. Dex is my favorite stat alongside Int. Hello, Snorp. I just returned from your deep slumber to visit my dexterous disadventures. Hell yeah. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate the company. Can Anakin beat KOTOR on honor mode? I don't know if Anakin's a capital G gamer, dude. I think he's too much of a tourist. Never rolled a set of die in his life. Never played any Angry Birds. I don't think he's got it like that. Imagine KOTOR. There's the Junro crystal I need. Awesome. KOTOR on PS1. That's probably doable, right? I mean, it played on old Xbox, so it'd probably work on PS1. If I had to guess. Be kind of cool. I suppose. I would imagine. I would surmise. That might even say. Got him. I'm not fighting guns with lightsaber. Ironic. There we go. Not optimal, but we'll take it. These guys probably can't even hit me anyway. Yeah, I got 40 AC. I'd be very surprised. After this run, are the KOTOR streams over forever? No. After this run, I'm honestly not sure what I'll do next. I have a list though, I can take a look at that, see what would work. It may even be opportune if I started doing some Twitch related runs. Testing out some games that have been requested of me. Maybe I'll do Republic Commando. Not on Twitch, but just like on YouTube, because why not? That could be fun. And while I'm doing Republic Commando, I'll be finishing up my KOTOR 2 video. That's going to be out in 9 days, I believe, with my current pace. Probably less. And with that, I can work on Mass Effect. Hopefully I get the Mass Effect video out quick so that I can give a good bit of attention to, you know, whatchamacallit. Zero Company. So no, KOTOR streams won't be going away completely, obviously. But my next stream series will probably be some Clone Commando. That'd be fun to do. I'll consult my list, see what I feel would work best. But Clone Commando seems like a fun idea right now. Spain with 10-0. I don't know about that. Let's not get crazy. Why wouldn't KOTOR run on PS1? Has like 2 to 4 megabytes of RAM. No shot in hell that console runs it. I mean, what did old Xbox have? How many bytes of RAM? Yes, I am making videos. I am editing my next one, and it'll be out soon. It wouldn't look like KOTOR, but I think it would run like its dice rolls over. Oh, old Xbox at 64. Then I suppose not. Then I suppose not indeed. Warning. Transferring the bubbly. Nice. Old Xbox had 2 bytes of RAM and a piece of gum to run off. PS2 had 32, so even that probably couldn't? Really? Wow. I thought it would have more running the old Battlefront games. But I'm surprised. Alright, we've got some Sith Lords in here. Let's have a go at them. We'll have to do the cheese. Ow. Force resisted, by the way. Oh. It's a very small arena. It's okay, I don't get hit. I would never. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Start running, boy. I do not like it when they use that power. No, no, I do not. Dark Jedi, more like Dork Jedi. Got him. For real. Oops, didn't mean to use that one. It's okay though. Did that one for fun. What? My force immunity dropped? Not my speed. Crazy. Kooky, you could say. Alright, another one. Oh wow, I actually got that stun off. He must have crit failed to save. Overdosing on med packs. As you do in KOTOR. Wow, lightning. Too bad for you though. I came prepared for that kind of silly horseradish. Somehow Pookie had returned. Real final was France v England because they put on a good show. PS1 could just about do games in 3 days, so KOTOR would make it explode. Rip. Sag. Ripperoni. Oh, force speed ran out. Cool. We're gonna be here a minute. It's okay though. As long as he doesn't use force freak, we're good. But we get the stun. So we're chilling. Nice, nice. We love it when we're chilling. I picked the wrong one. I always pick the wrong one. It's okay though. I'll get the right one this time. PS5 though, that could do KOTOR. Maybe even if a remake were one to exist. Let's hope it exists. I'd prefer if it did. I'm sure they'd put it on PS5. I don't think there's any like exclusivity deal for KOTOR. I mean, Xbox is giving up Halo. They're giving it to everybody. So like, ain't no way they'd be like, no, only we can have KOTOR. That would be unlikely. In my honest opinion. In my professional opinion. Thermal detonators, bro. They're hating. Might have changed now. They announced it. This was on the Sony YouTube when it was first announced. Only PS5 and PC? Damn. Rip to the Xbox homies, dude. Let's hope it changes. We can't have people missing out on peak. We can't have an entire console base missing out on peak. Now exclusive to your fridge ice cube dispenser. Just like Skyrim Super Special Edition. The very most special. Can't remember if Manon has Updog or not. I know what you're doing. Do not cite the old magics to me. I was there when they were written. Only reason I got a PS5 in 2021 was for KOTOR. That just never came out. They debated us. Under Asha, I believe the Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout games will be limited to PC and Xbox, just to rival with PS games. Fair enough, honestly. I'm a PCer. We're all on PC. And, I don't care what the console peons do anymore. They can have their fun. They can be exclusive or not exclusive. But when it comes to KOTOR, it should be for everybody. Special edition. I mean, isn't it special edition? Isn't that accurate? 47? What? That definitely was not a 4 and a 7. It was something else. You got it for God of War and Spider-Man as well, but mainly for KOTOR. And that is totally fair. We love KOTOR. She called it special education. Haha. I see, I see. You finished Maul, Shadowlord. I still hate the Disney depiction of Empire versus pre-Disney expanded universe, but I like the show. I'd recommend it. Well, good. Glad you can recommend it. Then they released on the PC, so I never need a PS5 anymore. Well, I mean, you do need it now. Sony's no longer chill with doing stuff for PC. They changed their minds with all that. They said, you know what? Let's never do that again, actually. We were being too cool to the consumer. So, your PS5 has value yet. How do you get your mods? Is it Nexus? I think for KOTOR Save Editor, I used the Nexus version of the mod. But a lot of KOTOR mods are on a website called Deadly Stream. So that's worth a look if you're interested in KOTOR mods. I've got lots of good ones. I've gotten a few of my KOTOR mods from that website. Oh shit. Didn't dodge that one in time. That's okay. What's up, my guy? Nothing much. Zaru just hanging out. What's up with you? Xbox getting a disc drive gives me hope for the future of physical media. Listen, if Xbox can just make physical games, they'll have a huge win over PlayStation. That's a huge, easy political win. They just announced tomorrow, we are never getting rid of physical media. They don't have to change a thing and they win. They just keep doing what they're doing and they win. All reminds me a lot of Stargate, Apophysis, how ridiculously scrappy he is and how he keeps coming back somehow against the odds. I'll take your word for it. Not heard of that personally. Game Banana? I don't really know about Game Banana. Ironic, considering the channel name and my username. But, I mostly see, like, mods for fighting games on Game Banana. I haven't really seen anything for KOTOR. A lot of scattered mod websites aside from Nexus. Like how Maul was awesome and powerful in the first half of the season, then Vader and his cronies just slimed the fuck out of him. I immediately called that. I knew that Maul was just going to slime everybody in the first half until Inquisitors came and Vader came. Because they have more plot armor than he does. Ahsoka defeated Maul when she was 17. Ahsoka do be the goat like that. You're the kind of loser who slaps her own mods together. No, slapping mods together is fun. You'd be a good friend to Dusty Wusty, Tactician Amelia, who comes into the chat occasionally. They were the mastermind behind the droid playthrough, making it possible to play as a droid in KOTOR. They barely run, but it's fun to do. That's what matters. What's been my favorite playthrough? Honor Mode KOTOR, for sure. For sure. Never been more tense. Xbox is run by investors. Investors want to maximize profits, and removing physical media is unfortunately another corner they can cut. I don't know. I think their CEO has made some good decisions recently. You never know. We can hope. This was year 1, Vader 2, fresh, unseasoned, and he roasted Maul. The power of plot armor. Respect to the real modders. Mr. John CEO. Mrs. John CEO. Mrs. Jane CEO. Or Miss, I don't actually know her status about that. Funny how we don't have like a Mr. is when a guy is married. It's just Mr. all the time. There's no pressure on a guy. No change in title. We have Mrs., but not like a Mrs. version of Mr. Miss and Mrs. Married, unmarried. It's just Mr. all the time for dudes. Maul being brought back was always a bit disappointing. Kenobi was knighted for slaying Maul, and that was enough. But it is what it is. He should have just aimed better. Mistress. Unfortunately, sounds too girly. It sounds like mistress. And we can't sound girly. You have to sound manly. Asha's in a tough spot. Any bad decision she makes is most likely backed in a corner situation. She's been picking up the pieces. And I have heard up and down about her, but lots of ups recently, so hopefully she can keep it up. Do it for the physical media. Force Persuade. We love Force Persuade. Guys, Game Pass totally wasn't a failure. I had heard and seen the metrics. It's tragic. Sagic, if you will. Unfortunate to see. I wonder if Force Persuade could be considered assault. I mean, that'd be a fair assumption, honestly. Like, you are literally forcing people to think the way you think. Making them do things. Even if they're dumb, and that makes them susceptible because they're dumb. It is literally brainwashing. Literally. They even had a badge system based on gamer score. Gamer ELO, let's go, dude. Can't imagine you could just get off scot-free by force persuading Whatafucker to give you his wallet. What if you force persuade the guy who pressed charges on you to drop the charges? I mean, if it's gonna work the first time, right? It'll probably work the second time. The frenzy spell is considered assault in Skyrim, so force persuade should be as well. Makes sense to me. Sounds about right. Your Honor, you ain't seen shit. Your Honor, you want to let me go right now. You stopped buying Game Pass because I was starting games and not finishing them. But I actually buy games, keep it on sale. Very cheap price. I have bigger motivations to play. What can I say, man? Steam and their sales. Granted, there are people who still buy games on sale and never open the game ever. I'm guilty of this. I've bought a few games and never played them. But I guess there's higher motivation. Depends. There can be. There certainly can be. Alright. Sith fucker. Bastard guy. We're gonna see what we can do here. Not super duper confident, but you know. We'll do what we can.
How did you get in here? Wait, Lord, as
Ow. Probably should have, Probably should have done force immunity right off the bat, huh? I'm always hesitant to do that because of force durations sucking.
How did you get in here? Wait,
Haha, no lightning on me, bitch. No lightning on me. Shiny dueling shield. Not that. No, fuck. I didn't want that. Guys, your streamer sucks at menuing. It's alright. I don't even, like, need... I don't even need force speed. It's probably better I don't force speed, because he'll just jump to me. Actually, your streamer's a genius, by the way. Just thought you guys should know. Your streamer has considered every variable. Every single variable. Nice force lightning, dude. Actually, I'm curious. You got a 20 there. So he's got plus 14. Base? He can't hit me, can he? Let's try another normal hit. He has base 18. Oh wow, he doesn't have dual wield. He doesn't have master dual wield. His offhand sucks. So with his main hand... Why is he dual wielding, dude? He's an idiot. He's actually stupid. I bet whoever designed this boss thought, oh shit, I didn't give him dual wielding. I guess I'll make him level 18, so the attack bonus makes his dual wield hit chance better. So he has base 18, but it's 12, but it's 14, but it's 17. But it's 18. It's 18. 18 to hit. He can't hit me. Oh, he can't hit me. Why can he hit me? Oh, right, I don't have force speed. That would do it. Even if force speed's helping a little bit. Not having force speed, that is. So, in melee, I win. It's a battle of attrition, but I win. Out-dexing this guy is a pretty dang good thing. Maybe him not having dual wielding is actually balancing his high level. Honestly, surprisingly easy. Wait, I recognize you. You're that obnoxious music video from 2014. Do these guys just stand in an empty room 24/7? Yes. Yes, they do. And they love it. Max tier Force Lightning Jedi Academy so cathartic. Just yeets the entire room into orbit. Spares eye cup, my friend. That's what he said, by the way. Nothing else. You know, let me get my force speed back, actually. Enemy doesn't have the appropriate feats. SMH doesn't know how to play the game. They made a website where Xbox gamers can vote on features they want to see. Interesting. Disk drive for Helix. Cool, cool. If you try to force persuade the Cellcath after the star map here, you get permanently banned. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense that it would be illegal. Those sit there weirdos, just raw dogging, waiting in rooms. No phone, no TikTok, no Legend Monkey YouTube, no nothing. They just raw dog waiting. Oh, okay, hold on. Digital version of the Jaws ride, there'd be half a dozen shark models dotted around in the water just waiting to jump up. Sounds pretty cool. Okay. Let's dodge the mine. I would never touch the mine. Yeah. I'm good at this game. I'm very good at this game. I'm so PogChamp. Just wait till I get to Bandon, though. I wonder what his bonus to attack is, and if I can out-dex it or not. Gets blown the fuck out of a mine not 10 minutes earlier. That means I've learned my lesson, you know? Didn't let it happen twice. It may have happened once, but it won't happen twice. Probably. Maybe. Possibly. I guess once fell into the water with them, animatronics are not still spooky. I'd be scared of all those moving machines and gears in the water. I wouldn't know where to swim without getting my hands crushed or my body crushed by an animatronic. I'd be scared as hell. You there, human, Twi'lek. Imagine. Misracing me, dude. No, strength is much easier. Dexterity's honestly pretty... Dexterity has a bit of a learning curve, which is a bit of a surprise, honestly. It's flexible, but you have to learn how to do it. Learn how to use it. Otherwise, you get cooked. Strength is much easier, though. The hardest one was intelligence, for sure, because intelligence, past a certain point, doesn't help you at all. At all. It's just a low stat run. Anyone see that thumbnail of Palpatine and Springtrap's animatronic? Strength? No. Strength is bonus to hit. Strength is bonus to hit and damage bonus, based on your modifier with melee weapons. What those Sith NPCs doing at the bar? Getting drunk. Getting drunk. 30-foot great white shark animatronics and the divers at Disney had to clean them and fix them as they broke down. Very spooky. Dexterity is plus hit for blasters and lightsabers as well, if your dexterity is higher. And in KOTOR 2, you can make it so that your melee weapons go off of your dex as well for plus to hit. But strength is the main plus to hit for melee, because it gives you damage as well. It's better. You don't have to think about it at all. It's just damage. Move
Where
it,
did you
bud.
go? You just went. If you're.
Yeah, pal. I don't need you to get out of my way. Speaking of 30-foot sharks, look at the time. Love the design of Planet Manon. It's a chill Camino. chill and fucked up. Imagine if Camino had sharks, dude. Wouldn't that be sick and twisted? Venting. One of my favorite lines from Male Revan is at the Manon Bar. The female Sith officer tells you before you leave that she'd drink you up under the table. You don't see my face right now, but I pogged. I didn't know that. I need to inspect that. Oh wait, no I can't. Fuck. Next run, next run. I mean, I could just change my gender in the save editor. But also at the same time. I don't know. I think that's all the things I can kill, by the way. I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious. If Goose were here, I just know he would also be curious. Sneak attack. One of my favorite. Tatooine has crate dragons, so stranger things are possible. Stranger Things? That Netflix TV show. Man, I remember I was in high school when that show first came out. And I had no interest. And I still don't. Not really. Even though everyone tells me it's good. I'm such a contrarian. I'm so cool and unique. Not watching popular things. Like I don't watch Invincible every time a new season is out. Rare English-speaking Twi'lek. Hey, there's lots of those. There's mission, and there's mission, and there's vet. There's no, I don't think Babe Fortuna actually ever speaks English. You know, there's guys, there's people. Crate Dragon seeing Bantha outside his cave, be like, oh shit, free snack on my doorstep. Today is gonna be a good day. And then it wasn't. Have you ever heard of the tragedy of Crate Dragon the Wide? They say he was so chunky and so thick that when he stepped outside to get a snack, it would cause the entire planet to tremble. Griff's axe, yeah, there's one, and Griff himself. We got options. Crate Dragon on Tatooine in A New Hope has a Diplodocus skeleton cast that I just left in the desert. That must be really funny. Like, if you're not a Star Wars fan and you have no idea what's going on in that desert, you're just like walking around for whatever reason. You see a giant ass dinosaur skeleton poking out of the ground, you're like, holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Also, I didn't know that was a thing these droids could do. Also didn't know they could super kick you. That's kind of cringe, honestly. I better not die. If I die, I'm gonna cry. Call me Boys Who Cry from SpongeBob. Bro, please. No way that those stupid droids that die in one hit most of the time. Dexterity's ass. Dexterity's ass. I wish I was playing strength again. Dex definitely is not the easiest. It has a term and condition list to make it usable. The droids are supervisors at the ball crushing factory, and it's the only reason they know how to kick. I didn't know they were hiring. This is bullshit. Terms of service for deck stat usage, exactly. They don't tell you. EULA, even. Genshin Impact? That's a joke, by the way. I don't play Genshin Impact. I would never. I'm surprised I didn't get an auto level up or an auto save when I leveled up. Cringe, poison. Imagine poisoning. So, okay, no sneak attack, cool. Guys, what if Rogue's sneak attacks were actually called freak attacks, and they got freaky? Lucas was after cheap secondhand prompts because he was trying to save as much money as possible, and even then American Film Studios execs shut him down in '76 due to costs. Freight Dragon Skelly. Local Twi'lek gets freaky with 2 fishmen. Aw, nah. Aw, nah. Not like that. The dragon skeleton was the prop for the Diplodocus in the 1975 film. One of our dinosaurs is missing. It would seem that dinosaur did, in fact, go missing. See, like, no way that these droids that die in one shot gave me a problem. See, if this was strength build, they just would have blown up instantly. Instead of this, man. Instead of having to deal with that. Sheesh. Auto level ups are broken. Found out the other day they only look at class level and not character level. Oh, I think you mentioned this, actually. I think I remember you saying this. So you have the ability to get twice as many attribute level ups if you get Jedi at level 3/5. That is interesting. Is that legal? Diplodocus Carnegie, to be precise, the film that was, funnily enough, by Disney, and it's racist as fuck. Well, we do know Disney likes being racist. Sayonara, Mr. Monkey Man. You're starting to get nauseous from your insomnia. Alright, rest well, feel better, have a good night. Thanks for coming by, Snorp. Alright, the Clanker's in this room. Nope, in the next room. I want to avoid him. I don't like the Clanker. Not a big fan, actually. We're using guns.
That hurt.
That hurt, I bet. Man, it's gonna feel so weird going back to normal KOTOR with good healing and good stats after all these runs. I've had to push my game knowledge to the limits in a few places. I will make it legal. Ah, yes, Disney old style movies. Song of the South is the one that Mickey Mouse wanted everyone to forget. Yeah, they like rebranded an entire ride just to make everyone forget about it. Kind of crazy if you think about it. Yes, this is the last stat run. This is the last mono stat. Disney didn't care that a dinosaur was a plant eater? Dude. How could they? Did I check out that the Sonic gun does those, like, plus dex points? What? What in the type? Fuck him up with a hilt. Don't even gotta turn the saber on, yeah. Like Anakin in that one moment when he was fighting Obi-Wan. Didn't even bother turning his lightsaber on. He just like choked him with the hilt because it was funny. The bulk of racism in that film is yellow face and sketch accents. Amazing. Thank you, Disney. I guess it would make sense that somebody named the paleontologist would know about the dinosaur skeleton the most. Seems on brand. Makes sense to me. Dodge! Piccolo said no. Piccolo said so. Gohan, why didn't you dodge? Mr. Piccolo, what the fuck? He said that, by the way. That actually happened. Not lying. Not capping. Oh, cool. Fire. Alright, let's roll back here. It seems the terminal did not activate. Oh, that asshole is following me? He's not, his legs aren't making any sounds. This Mr. Krabs walk cycle isn't turned on. Well, I'm gonna have to run by him later. Lie failure? No, he said that. They wrote that. Team 4-Star definitely wrote that. Trust. Lucas came to UK to Elm Street and Shepperton Studios when the US firms rejected him. He argued that the Brits saved Star Wars, but with the caveat they didn't understand or realize they did. Sigh. Never give the Brits credit. You're ruining it. You're ruining it. What the hell? How did he shoot fire at me from all the way over there if he didn't even follow me? Unless he went back to his starting position. I don't even care. I don't even want to know. I'm scared. Sonic Handgun gets a plus Dex attribute bit. Oh, I didn't know it gave you damage bonus. I thought it damaged your Dexterity. Like it hurt your Dexterity, ruined it. If you got hit by it and you failed to throw. Wall hacks. For real. You had to fly through LA Noire. Have it on your library for like 12 years. That'd be a good idea, yeah. One of our dinosaurs is missing was set in London. Film is shit, but still. Damn. Cutting through Cellcath of lightsaber seems like today we eat fish sticks for dinner. I like fish sticks. Fish is sticky. Sticky fishies. Alright, can I dodge this? I can. I'm goated. I can dodge the stationary mine on the ground, guys. I'm the best to ever do it. Missing dino in question had the prop just laying around, so Lucas was like, cool, I'll take it. Reported to YouTube? What did I do? What did I do? Looks like we're gonna have to whip out the gun here. Your mom? Okay. Does Mitra Surik smell like Cellcath? What the hell? That's mean. That's so mean. He does not. Why would you even say that? Not sure what happened to that cast, likely just eroded away. Shame. Shame that the dinosaur is gone. Shame that it went extinct. I don't want to shoot this guy right now. I don't have my force speed up. I guess I'll have to. Dexterity. No, 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 don't go in there. Alright, well, here we are. Here we are again. Wow, double poison. I know my saves are shit, but wow. Still quite amazing. Wow. You know what? I'm putting on the belt. Just for you. Just for you, buddy.
That hurt, I bet.
That's more like it. According to Google, it was rediscovered by accident by archaeologists in 1995. That's pretty funny. They thought they had something really cool. It turns out it was just a film prop. A really cool film prop, but still. Is broken to disable or poison the KOTOR harvester? I always blow it up. I always disable it. It's easy. That puzzle's not hard. And it means Kolto prices don't shoot to the moon. Oh, it's back to the UK. That's cool. I'm sure they were so happy to hear that George Lucas basically stranded the thing, left it out in the desert. I'm sure they were real happy about that. I have to laugh at that like fucking hell. We are hoarders. This museum of things we stole. Don't worry, American museums have that too. Quite a lot of it, actually. Quite a lot of stolen things. Rip Star Wars. Horde Goblin. I'm getting punched, man. It was outrageous, it's unfair. This Selkath is being very mean. Hitting a lady with a lightsaber. In Jedi training. How dare.
아추타, 뭔가 군비스돌비 기구였나?
Mitra Cirque versus Palpatine in Clash of Clans?
Thank you very much for your donation, Minerva. That's an interesting question. Mitra Cirque versus Palpatine in cock. Well, I do think Palpatine has 1 billion power in Rise of Kingdoms. So that would mean his cock level is probably really high as well. He's probably level 8 more billion. He can whale. He has trillions of dollars, trillions of credits to spend on speeding up all of his processes, you know, to get the maximum level in everything. But I think Mitra Surik just absorbs all of Palpatine's microtransaction spending with the Force Wound power. And that allows her to overtake him by just siphoning off all his, you know, force. Some things were bought at the British Museum. Well, let me tell you this. America bought a lot of things from Native Americans. Pocket watches for entire swaths of land, even though owning land isn't a thing in Native American culture, so they didn't really see that as a thing. They didn't understand what they were getting into. I wonder how many deals were like that as well, in regards to the British Museum, but I wouldn't know. I've never visited the British Museum. A lot of stuff would be dust if it hadn't left in their place. Now that is quite the imperial opinion of you. Misha doesn't have high enough cock level. It's tragic. France did sell Louisiana. Napoleon didn't have all the time to deal with that. He was busy conquering Europe. Like the fella he was. He said, you know what, I'll just take the free money. Why not? People have been trying to pawn British Museum stuff on the sly. They'd be safer in their home countries nowadays. Oh boy. Busy losing after causing a stir. He was winning for a while there. He had quite the run. You know, it's still probably better that he didn't conquer all of Europe. But, you know. it is pretty important to recognize his historical impact when a lot of history classes kind of just like gloss over him. He did cool, he did good, and then we forget about him. We're going to talk about World War I now. That's basically history classes. Mitra absorbing God, no. Little footage of them sledgehammering 5,000-year-old relics. Oh boy, now we're getting into CIA, American agencies, and the funding of the Mujahideen to fight against the commies, creating all the extremist groups in the process after a period of time. We're talking about all kinds of things in the chat right now. No, hello, me John Shi. Welcome to the chat. Good to see ya. I'm under the water.
Who's there?
If Abraham never existed, you mean Abram? Abraham is the Americanization of Abram's name, or Abraham Lincoln. I don't know. We're getting into all kinds of subjects now. Abraham is the son of Abram, isn't it? I don't actually know. I just assumed that they Americanized the word and name Abram to Abraham because that was a white name. But I could be wrong about that. I could be very, very wrong about that. I'm just a KOTOR streamer. KOTOR YouTuber. I'm just a silly little ape of mild repute. The guy that started all Abrahamic religion be better off without. I don't know, we'd be following a different religion if it wasn't that one. There's a million bajillion religions. Depending on where you originated from, there was likely a local religion before one of the big ones came in. Probably would be still following that one. Mitra Surik is your Final Fantasy. Cloud Final Fantasy? Your religion is Disco Elysium. Fair enough. What if Anakin was a part of the line of God instead of the line of David? Darth theorist on a Tuesday night, for real. I could see it. I think it's possible. I find it likely. What if the Sith were the Catholic Church? Oh no. Palpatine's in the files then. It's Jover. Deep bro. Dude, what if the Deep from the boys, the Peak, was in KOTOR? Alucard. The Catholics are crusading while the Nazis are invading. Real line from Team 4 Star. I love Team 4 Star. All their shit is gas. Ancient Egyptian religion was cool as fuck. Indeed, they had quite the mythology going. And their language translated well into Greek and Latin and all the other things. Thank you, Rosetta Stone. The better documented your ancient civilization, the more popular it is in world history. That's just how it works.
No, I won't let you open the door for those
Kill them!
These guys are mean. Oh wait, I can force persuade.
Yes.
I must.
Got him. Yeah, get out of here. I'm gonna go out here, if you don't mind. Thank you very much. Hellsinger Bridge was banger. Banger lines from Anderson just copying the movies. That'd make the Mormons the mystics on Voss. Oh no. Lincoln, the city, Lindum, Colonia. Romans named the place. Just wonder if they actually were descended from anyone remotely near Lincoln. Well, I mean, Rome did found London. Rome did a lot of things in Europe. Origin of a lot of things. Did you guys know the financial district of London was the original site of the city a billion bajillion years ago? Founded by the Romans? They'd still be Eastern Orthodox Christians. We're just getting into goofy, silly stuff. Fill the injector, transfer. Fill the injector again. Transfer from injector container. Dump container. Transfer. Fill. Transfer. I'm the best. The Regni tribe already lived there. You know what the Romans say when people live there. You're dead now. And slash or slave. They did that. They did that. Romans loved it. They founded Londinium. London grew around that city. I forget, was it actually called Londinium? I thought it was called something else. Everyone did that. Yeah, they kind of did. Cheddar Man made the best cheese. Who's Cheddar Man? I'm scared of the Cheddar Man. We know his purpose, and we know his craft, but why? Why does the Cheddar Man cheddar? Does he think he's cheddar than us? Can you tell me about the thesaurus? The Thesaurus Rex. Dear God. Cheddar Gorge, vicinity, ancient human. And they made cheddar? I knew it. I knew cheese was primeval in nature. Before all time in history, there was cheddar cheese. Surely. Do you think he saw us? What if Obi-Wan Kenobi met Lana Beniko? I sure hope Obi-Wan doesn't, like, have a very good grasp on acronyms. Because then he'd be a little upset. Not acronyms. That's the wrong word. Let's just hope he doesn't mix up the name of Lana Benico. Let's hope he doesn't try and experiment with his vocabulary. That could lead to disastrous consequences. Alright, Darth Brandon, here we go. I don't think this is going to be that big of a problem. As long as I'm doing everything correctly. I've got good force immunity now. He can still hit me through force immunity, though. So that's annoying, but, you know. As long as he doesn't force drain, I'll be fine. You're me when I get corrected for my grammar. In a random chat. Come on, boys. One at a time. One at a time. Thank you. Oh, nice. Free turns. You love to see it. You love it when they crit fail. Alright, Brandon next? Okay, let's see what this guy's attack bonus is. Or we can just animation cancel, honestly. I don't care. Give me my attack. Give me my attack. Hello? Why'd we both just give up? What? There we go. And there's the force drain. Cool. He was being weird. Come on, Brandon. Let's see the attack bonus. Come along, come along. What's he got? Oh, he got a crit. Okay. So, that's not gonna help me at all. Alright, now let's see here. He's got base 15, 13, 18, 19. Yeah, he can't hit me. He can't hit me. Excepting with crits. Once he gets to half, I have to start animation canceling. Oh, cool. He can hit that, though. Yeah, he got a crit. Cool. He's got expanded crit. Oh, that's not good at all, actually. Wait a minute. I have my thing on, don't I? What the hell? I'm immune. What the hell is that? Why am I getting crit? Hello? Well, at least I got this guy. Hooray, free turns. Alright. Let's try this again. He's really just spamming them powers. This is okay. I don't have force speed on, I can't run too far ahead of him. But he's still casting force powers, which is really annoying. Even though I've got him running. Oh, that's so annoying. And he chose to use that power at the exact moment my thing ran out. Really, really annoying. Darth Brandon really is just a random ass guy. Bro had a job to do. He didn't care about all the philosophy at all. Obi-Wan called himself Old Ben in honor of his favorite pod racer, Ben Quadraneros. So true. Probably not a Jedi with Sith ancestors, probably. Anagrams, that was it. My bad. Dooku had an ancient ancestor who was involved in pushing the Sith Empire off Sereno. Ironic. Benny Q is a beast in Star Wars Pod Racer, undefeated. My goat. My man. My fella. You could never lose. Force immunity, and for what, man? And for what? I hate having 0 in every other stat. I really, really do. Making me want to skip him. Just run past him. I could. I don't need all this. XP would be nice, but not that nice. If it happens one more time, I'm skipping him. Not that time, baby. Cool. Yeah. No, I don't think so. See you later, chump.
You've returned.
Low-key, Malik's gonna be a problem. I'm not really ready for him. I've got... Well, he doesn't have Drain Life, so he shouldn't really actually be that bad. He'd be pretty decent, honestly. Without Force Drain, his Force Lightning is not going to work. I don't think I have the ability to out AC Malik, and that's okay. I think I'll be okay with Malik, honestly. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. We're about to find out. No, not that button. Definitely not that button. It's just Force Drain, it's a consistent problem. And also when Force Immunity doesn't work. Also a problem. Let's go to Corbin.
What happened? What's going on?
You don't think you've ever killed Brandon on any other planet than Kashyyyk? That's the hardest planet to do it. Mans is difficult on that planet. KOTOR 2 Sith's original and nuanced. Nuance. Meanwhile, KOTOR 2, Sith Scion, Sad Nihilist, Hungry Treya, Manipulation Obsessed Psychopath Woman.
Admiral Karras taught me everything I know
Just a
about
regular woman? Wow, that's crazy. That's a crazy thing to say. Not is the Star Wars version of the Subnautica planet. It is indeed nautical in nature. Makes sense to me.
Bastila.
Sith trooper that says Bastila.
It's been far too long since we last spoke. I see the recent months have not been
But I did you
in
But I recognize you, Saul. Wait, as a female, as a lady Revan.
It is time to
Oh, yeah, they shot Karth instead. That's actually kind of funny. I never knew that. Saul Karth knows.
Come on, good.
Saul Karth knows that you're straight no matter what.
Who does
He just assumes. He assumes you're banging
No, that's funny.
one or the other. Moonpool vibes for sure. Alright, let's go get the stealth suit. Complete this section real quick.
Gotcha. Simple.
Simple. Alright, I'm actually going to save right here and use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back, fellas. Alright, we're back. Yo, a happy poop. Thanks for the happy poop, Richard. Oh, you have to head out. I'll watch the VOD for the Saul fight. Have a good rest of your stream. Hell yeah. Thank you, Richard. See you around, dude.
No one's gonna see this.
I don't need to stealth here. Liminal aesthetics of Star Wars feels haunting. The corridors, the stagnant tech.
Gotcha.
4,000 years pre-Skywalker saga may as well be 40 years earlier at a glance. There's actually an NPC who mentions the technology remaining mostly the same for the most part. It's a pretty interesting conversation, honestly. Honestly, at a first glance, it looks like the Old Republic has a lot more technology than current day. Way more doomsday devices. We got energy shields. Got crazy blasters. Got crazy droids.
No one's gonna see this mission.
And yet, it's 4,000 years in the past. It's quite a silly thing to consider.
Good job, man.
It's faithful to Lucas's ideas. for a lived-in galaxy. I guess if people were making Dyson spheres, the Star Wars universe would be a little less interesting. What, infinite energy being a thing and all. I mean, Zakul had Dyson spheres, kind of. They had, like, sun generators. But, you know, that's Old Republic. Just another example of Old Republic technology being better. Sigh. What the hell? We'll put on like a passive shield. Don't need Brejik's armband anymore, pretty much. Pretty much ever. Okay, let's go on a killing spree. I love wanton murder. You see it as an oscillating line, like peaks and troughs. Tech comes and goes, but they squabble themselves back into going backwards, then advancing and losing again. Capitalists would never allow themselves to go backward. Surely. Surely. It's an interesting idea. I know, for example, Dune has a much better explanation for why technology is the way it is in its universe. It's because they went too far, created AI that enslaved humanity, and they had to fight for their freedom. That's why there's no advanced technology, no computers. They basically trained humanity so hard and used so much stuff from planets across the universe that humanity became magic.
You asked for this.
Mostly with the spice, but you
Time to
know.
rumble.
The Butlerian Jihad, yes.
The Force fights with me.
Matches the midichlorian symbiosis. Endless loops of dark versus light. True. This is why Kreia was right, guys. They're stopping us from reaching our true technological potential. Damn midichlorians. You got this, Karth. Get some dubs for the team. Just gonna wait for my force points. Don't mind me. That's another thing about these low stat, non-charisma whiz runs. The force point regen is so brutal, dude. It's a pain in the buttocks, I must say. Makes me feel sad. Tatooine is Lucas's take on Arrakis. I don't think Tatooine created the worthiest chosen ones. I think that is reserved for Dagobah in Luke's terms. And, you know, I guess Coruscant for Anakin. I don't like sand. It's cringe and stinky. That's what he said, by the way, in that movie. Fremen equals sand people and all that. I do think that the Old Republic lore for the Sand People is very cool. I think all the Rakatan lore is very cool and should be implemented. I would like it. Tatooine being a garden planet, but the Rakatans bombed it to hell. Absolutely destroyed the ecosystem. I have not played Fallen Order. Not in its entirety. Just a little bit of the first part of the game. This is Candoris. You know it'd be a big betrayal? A guy being named Canderous, and he's like dishonest. That'd be really sad. Read the comics that belongs to Dawn of the Jedi. It's in this game too. It's lore in this game. If you give the Sand People a Crate Dragon Pearl, they'll tell you about it. Like they was there. New Hope Dune Sea is probably your favorite Star Wars. Did you know that stars can go to war? The truth will surprise you. I'd like the Zepho. That sounds familiar, vaguely familiar, but I can't put my finger on it. You know, that'd be a really cool thing to go visit the the original set of A New Hope. That'd be very cool. Methinks. Why is this guy damaged? What happened to him? I guess he just got deflected right off the bat. New Hope Tatooine still anchors the heart of Star Wars. That's why they keep going back there. That and saving money. An auspicious place. I think lots of Star Wars fans have said they're tired of seeing Tatooine. They'd like something else. Wow, I have a lot of computer spikes. Holy crap. As they say. Activate Danger Droid. Where was Cloud City filmed? Or was it Hollywood lot set? That's a good question. I don't actually know. I know that lots of scenes on Naboo were filmed abroad, and you can actually visit those places. Actual real-world architecture. Very cool. More so than most planets. I think Arrakis is more special than Tatooine is, if we're just... I know it's pedantic to say that, but you know. I think Tatooine has legacy, and it's special for the nostalgia, but I think Arrakis as a planet is more special than Tatooine is. It has more going on, world-building wise, in my opinion. Arrakis. My Dune, my Arrakis. Yeah, I know you weren't saying that. I just feel like, in terms of like a memorable planet, I think of Arrakis more than I think of Tatooine. When I think of Tatooine, I think of A New Hope. I just also think we've seen this before. Its looks are what carry it, but like the lore and stuff that goes on there, it's mostly just the same thing: scum and villainy, sand people occasionally. It's rare that like the sand people are a huge part of the plot. Scum and villainy is used quite often there, though. Quite often indeed. I've seen all the new fans of Dune pop up with the new movies. Yeah. What got me into Dune was the Dune video game, Dune Awakening. Then I watched the movies, and I read the books. Most of the books, I should say. Not all of them. 3PO's design and Cloud City's architecture comes from old German movie Metropolis. Return of the Jedi and Phantom Menace have a lot of Tatooine. They do. C-3PO and R2-D2 are grafted from Seven Samurai's fools. Which fools? The townspeople? Some of the townspeople in Seven Samurai? Were they the fools? Because I don't remember, like, a specific comic relief duo. Levity providing duo. Frank Herbert was massively influential. Tolkien famously didn't like his books at all. Yeah. Tolkien kind of missed the point of what he was doing. Or he saw the point and just didn't like it. And fair enough. Tolkien's a more traditional story writer. Good guys, bad guys. Herbert was absolutely doing something unusual for the time. Oh shit, I'm not going in there. I don't want to waste my time killing all those guys. I don't understand why people get rage baited so hard by the Ewoks. It's because the Ewoks are lame. They're just lame. When you compare them to Wookiees, what could have been. Granted, we didn't really like have an idea of how cool Wookiees could be until the third movie. Everyone pretty much like had given up on Wookiees at that point because of the Star Wars special, Christmas special. But the Ewoks are just so lame. They don't ruin the film, but they're just lame. They could have been different. Could have been something else. Tolkien didn't like moral ambiguity. Sigh. I mean, his stories are literally a children's bedtime story. A child's bedtime story. So, it makes sense, I think, that he'd have that opinion. I wouldn't be telling my kid, and then the savior went on to commit a genocide. What do you mean? Well, you see, this is the complexity of religious leaders and false prophets. I wouldn't tell that to my kid. Not right away, anyway. Dune is very much an adult-related media. You don't see Dune toys, really, or teen-related Dune products, TV shows, etc. It's not as marketable as Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings has a comfortable PG-13 rating going on. Star Wars is PG, of course. Well, PG back in the day, before they had PG-13. It's still pretty much PG-13, but it has lots of PG things you can do with it. I mean, Clone Wars was for kids, wasn't it? Haha. Not really, but it was. It was rated that way. Dune is very much the realm of adults. That's why it could never be as popular as Star Wars, unfortunately. Right off the rip, anyway. These movies have been doing wonders for it. I got a feeling, though, I've been saying it, this third Dune movie is gonna change people. People who were fans of Dune and didn't understand a damn thing about it, they're gonna hate it. All the LARPers. who were just liking Dune because they saw, oh, look at this hero who's conquering the bad guys. When all of a sudden it all adds up and they're like, what the fuck? They're gonna hate it. They're gonna say they never liked it. That's The Hobbit. Tolkien said he disliked Dune with some intensity, idea being that he preferred objective good and more serious reverence for divinity. His faith was very strong, even after World War I jaded many. I mean, the Fremen were quite fond of their divinity. I think that's one of the morals of the story. Not to bash on Tolkien even more, or anything. But I take your point. Moral ambiguity can be done poorly, very common in modern times when no one believes in God. Let's make fun of a legend for his faith. I'm not making fun of his faith, I'm making fun of the idea that there was no religious sanctity in Dune or whatever, because the Fremen were in fact quite religious. In fact, why they did all those things after Paul won. They had a godhead, leader of state and leader of religion. God and leader as well. Quite a combination, a dangerous one, as a matter of fact. Nobody's sane, mocks Tolkien. And his books are childish? No. I was saying that his books were intended for a younger audience than Dune. The Hobbit especially, as he told that story to his children. Compared to Dune, which is very complicated, has lots of philosophy, mature themes as well. Star Wars also being childish in comparison. It being very campy, PG-13, PG, able to be made PG. I was relating that marketability to the younger generations to its success. How Dune hasn't been as successful up until this point because of the rated M movies. So on and so forth. The point I was making was that Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Pirates of the Caribbean, all the PG-13 stuff that was coming around 2000s before as well, were more marketable. Because the younger the audience, the wider the money you can make. Adults never go see movies. Until Dune came out. They were proved wrong about that, but you know. It's a lot easier to sell a ticket for two parents and their children. More money in that, I think. Also, that Sith using Force Drain right off the bat is really unfortunate, I must say. Probably better I don't force feed. You like C.S. Lewis even though you're not Christian? What does C.S. Lewis write again? Tolkien warns against power corrupting, championing the natural and the innocent. You may summarize Tolkien's misgivings about Dune in the 1950s-60s as an aversion to glorifying power. I suppose it is interesting that Tolkien wrote an entire story about characters who had the ability to give up corruption and not be corrupted because of their nature, because they are good and small and hobbits. Meanwhile, Frank Herbert says, oh yeah, this guy's getting corrupted. That's just gonna happen. That's how it is. So I can see why they would be at odds. Narnia, right? Right, right. Haven't been as into Narnia personally. How cool. A flash mine. That lasted a really long time.
Let's go.
Oh, no. Cool. You got 31 points of health from doing 8 damage. Very cool. Love me, KOTOR. You read all the books for the first time in your 20s? Interesting. I remember those movies were coming out, the Chronicles of Narnia movies were coming out. I think they were PG-13. Very popular from what I recall as well. Did they ever get to the final movie with that? I genuinely don't remember. An example of Tolkien deferring to one god is that in the Sammath Noir, the Chambers of the Fire atop Mount Doom, nobody, even Gandalf, can resist the One Ring. Gollum exists as the key. There's a hobbit. Oh, these hobbits. Fate and will of the era, aka God, make it happen. You know, I think they could have put the ring on a chicken and just kept it on a nice leash. Would not have been as useful as a hobbit, for sure. But, you know. They could have carried it. What's an evil chicken gonna do? Peck at your ankles? So then to do movies for Magician's Nephew, The Horse and Its Boy, The Silver Chair, and The Last Battle. Wonder why they stopped. Free will is a thing, but Tolkien absolutely defers to God all the time. Interesting. The ring was alive and had a way of getting loose. Yeah. It did. But what if that chicken had really good grip? And I'm talking really good grip. Like, it was a very diligent chicken. Also, the ring did take like 1,000 years to wash up on Smeagol's riverbed. It took its damn time. In that situation in specific. What if the chicken was delicious? Mmm, yummy chicken. Delicious and nutritious. Because warriors of the Dawn Shredder bombed. Oh, damn. Rough to hear. When Saruman died, his spirit tried to go west and was blown into the void. Flown to a portal in space? Huh? Lord of the Rings is doing space now? Or is the void just hell? Biblically accurate hell. In which case, fair game. The Doors of Night. What happens when it's daytime? Oh. I got stunned. Cool. Hooray. Dagor Dagorath, aka Ragnarok. Dagoth Elder Scrolls 6? This sand shit is not busting for me, Chad May. He did not say that. This sand shit is not busting for me, Chad May. For real, for real. The cast is the perfect age for the horse and his boy. Maybe they should consider it. Dagorath. Dagothur welcomes you, Nerevar, to this Elder Scrolls and Lord of the Rings crossover where money is made. Battle to end all battles. Sounds a lot like World War I. Hey, wait a minute. Because that one takes place during the 30-year reign of the kings and queens of Narnia prior to them going back through the wardrobe. Could be cool, could be cool. All good and evil ever lives and fights again. So what you're telling me is, if Lord of the Rings wanted to like do a gacha game, then all they'd need to do is make a Dagorath mobile game where you can summon champions to fight forever. I would never allow that. That would be terrible. Asha walking to Bethesda office be like Saw. A lot of people on the internet love this Dagoth guy. We need a spin-off about him. You have max 2 years. Good luck. That would be so fair, though. That'd be like the Obsidian treatment. Taste of their own medicine for Bethesda. I prefer Bagauthor. True. When good wins, the universe is remade one last time as God intended. Guys, are we the remade universe as God intended? Do we have Gandalf to thank? Also, was Talion from Shadow of Mordor in the final battle? Because he's one of all of good. He counts. Dagoth Slur. Honestly, that is a more accurate name for him. Vardenfell is a rather testy place. I want to play Morrowind as an Argonian. You should do it. It'll be a lot of fun. Nerevar, look, an Argonian inside city gates. These Nords are truly a barbaric nation. One of these days, I gotta play Skyrim with the Dagoth mod. Funny Dagoth companion mod. He really started the whole AI voice meme trend. Okay. Now, I'm not really looking forward to fighting Saul here. I think I have a win con. I think if I just kill the Sith, I can dodge all the other attacks afterward. Though, at the same time, I would prefer to skip this fight, because I know it's going to be a pain in the ass. So, let's just wait for force points to come back, and we'll see. We'll take inventory. Kill the Sith. That would be the first important thing to do. We've got electricity, duction, we've got energy shields, we've got the alacrity buffs. I don't think Saul can even stun us. The only thing that would be a pain in the ass are the grenades, as per usual. Because fuck them. Not a fan of grenades. When's KOTOR 2 and a Gambler releasing? 9 days. On my current pace. Melkor ruined everything and changed the balance in the universe. The Valar made Arda, Earth, a particular way, but Melkor and his cronies spent thousands of years wrecking everything. How dare they? Those damn fake deities. Bastards. Any day now, force points, you can just, like, come back. Yeah. Alright, cool. So, we want force speed going in. Force immunity, more importantly. Melkor was thrown through the doors of the night by the Valar at the end of the War of Wrath in chains. He's been there for 5,000 plus years. When KOTOR starts, and Sauron is chilling as his
Very
fanboy.
resourceful.
He's
You
Very deep lore indeed. Pop the immunity. Oh, they're using Drain right off the bat. I lose. That's their win con. Genuinely. Genuinely. And getting stunned. That doesn't help either. Chadme Sigma Nala. It's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Yeah, I think we may just have to skip this.
very resourceful. Don't be a
he's
Malak. I've seen it. You will.
I am okay with that. Also the instant nades, dude. I don't want to deal with that. So I won't. Let's see how my frames are behaving tonight. Oh, I didn't push that button. Okay. Cool.
Very resourceful.
We're going to be hearing that a lot, by the way. Very resourceful. I didn't get the quick save off. I'm going to turn my frames on. That's
Very
telling.
resourceful. Malak. You
First of all, F4 there. Graphics, advanced, VSync. God damn it. Okay. I didn't change my screen resolution on accident, thank goodness. That would have sucked. Okay. Here we go. That should be enough.
Very resourceful.
That should be more than enough. Here we go. Boop, boop, boo. Bye-bye. Very nice, very nice. Don't mind me. Just gonna get my V-Sync turned back on, and yep, we're good. It's just that easy. Now we just have to hope we are decently prepared enough for Malik. And I think we will be. I might actually be killing the enemies on our way up to Malik, though. I need the XP after giving up that much XP. Karth, hurry up. Thank you. We'll see if I can't deal with these other guys down here.
It's kind
Yeah, get him, Karth. Big damage from Karth. Nope, he's dead. There's a level up we needed. More dexterity. Good stealth. Beats. You know, flurry would be nice, but eh. I think power attack may actually be a lot better. Power attack would be really poggers right now. We'll take the extra damage. We need the extra damage. Oh, we get good force speed, finally. Finally. Alright. Do I need any other force powers, actually? That's a good question. Force suppression would be good, yeah. Why does it say I have force resistance? I have force immunity. Hello? Nani? Weird. One step at a time, please. Step right up. Nice. Appreciate the patience. Sith are not known for it, so it's a blessing when it's given. One more. One more Sith, please. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it's so nice to have really decent damage now. I'll get the last one. Plus 15 damage. Oh, my force speed ran out at the worst time.
You cannot win.
And it doesn't mess with my AC either. I think that's quite good. Quite decent. Anyone going to watch Christopher Nolan's Odyssey? A few people in chat have watched it. I haven't seen it yet. I may. Couldn't be paid to watch that? Wow. It's unfortunate. Dolan Duck comic books were more accurate at portraying the story. The Odyssey? Or KOTOR. I didn't know Dolan Duck was like that. I mean, I guess... Oh, Donald Duck, not Dolan. Why did I read that wrong? I was gonna say, George Lucas also did, the Marvel Duck guy. Scary as hell movie that was. Gooby, please. Hello, SNES. Welcome to the chat. Just kidding, probably will watch, but not in cinema. Eh, fair enough. I've had friends and family say it is good, so maybe worth a go. Maybe. There's my 40 bucks.
Time to rumble.
Thanks for the force push, Bastel. I appreciate it. Oh, it's so nice to have decent damage. Oh, it's wonderful. Okay, I'm interested to see what happens with Revan now. The Revan unmasking scene. I wonder if the Twi'lek face will show up. Curious. Doing well, SNES. How are you? I mean, you'll watch it when it's free on TV. Fair enough. Understandable. What side quests would you see more depth and expanded on in the remake? Lots of the companion side quests need buffs. They need more stuff added to them, more substance. Canderous, Juhani. I would say even Karts could use more. T3 needs anything, honestly. T has like nothing. I'm doing good, just been playing Rogue Squadron 2. Fun. Glad you've been enjoying. Alright, let's put a save, another save before Malik. Mally Wally. The big man. The big man is back!
Darth Malik.
I do think that KOTOR 1 and 2 will come as a bundle, because they're working on both of those games. It would make sense that they'd... Oh! The Twi'lek head works! Let's go! She looks completely normal. Achuta. Hello, Hans. Welcome to the chat.
You cannot hide from what you once were, Revan.
Yeah, I think it would make sense.
But
It would be lame if we had to get the first remake and then wait even longer for the... Oh shit, that's the wrong horsepower. And then wait for the second remake. Be kind of lame, I think. It'd be a lot cooler if they just did them both together. What is this Malik's attack? This version of Malik? 13, 16, They only have a plus 17 to attack, so yeah, they're not hitting me. Not without crits, and I'm immune to crits, so they're just not hitting me. Very weak, Malik. Better hire you to voice Atten. That would be quite the job. That would be quite the turn of events, wouldn't it? Me, the Atten hater, having anything to do with Atten would be silly. Alright, I need to wait for my force points again. Yippee. I don't think Saber's gonna notice me, senpai. Say one of Atten's lines. I suck. Sorry, I don't think that one was a line. I just invented that one in my head. Pure Pazak. I don't think I really have his voice. I don't really have an impression for Atten. He just sounds like a guy. He has a distinct voice from his original actor. Alas. I don't think I have a dial on him. Would you add better development to character and hopefully improve the stuff where he killed that Jedi? No, I would keep Atten the same. He's supposed to be a scumbag. It's kind of his thing. And that's what makes him becoming a Jedi so different and interesting. Because he hates Jedi. He hates Force users in general. I see the merit of him and his story, what it's trying to accomplish, but also, as a romance interest, he's a total creep. Because the last person he fell in love with, he was torturing. Like, hello, red flag.
I'll hold Malik off. You two get out of here. Find the Star Forge.
No. No! The door's sealed.
Oh no, the door's sealed. Oh well. Shame. So, like, I get it if there's people who play Canon Exile who say they like Atten. I get the character development, but also, like, just seems like a total creep. Also, he sucks. His stats are bad and he never hits. Even when I build him to hit, he doesn't hit. He dies. Definitely not skill issue or anything. I love Atten because he's a psychopath. I killed her because I loved her. Like, come on. Red flags! Red flags for sale! Like in that Lego Yoda TV show. Watto yelling that. How is Malik that easy?
Where is
I don't know. I guess they just made him easy so you wouldn't feel bad. Even though you're supposed to lose to him anyway, so I guess it doesn't really make sense for him to be, like, not strong. I don't get why they wouldn't just let him kill you. I guess it was supposed to be an empowering moment. You just found out you were Revan, so it makes sense that you were stronger, right? Gotta have the aura. Underrated as a duelist. He does have the moves, I can't lie. Can't deny. Even when I gave Atten accuracy gloves, it felt like he missed more often. Trump as a gear. The Promised Land is a mass of oaks, created by Sleepy Rookil. Say with me. Sleepy Rookil. He's a sleepy boy. Very sleepy. Very eepy, as a matter of fact. Sleepy Eepy Rookil. I don't like that guy. Bit of a punk. Bit of a chud. Sleepy Rookil. Eepy, eepy. Rukio. I stole that person's head. Alright, let's see what items you got. There's something I needed, apart from, you know, the adrenaline stimulator. Yeah. That's what I need. Oh shit, I'm running out of money really quick. That's okay. I'll get more. But hey, more dexterity, and we're gonna get even more dexterity after this. We're gonna be at like a max of 45 or something. Trump trying to get into Spain's team picture was funny. He did do that. Man's is kind of like wandering around on that stage. People are saying he's on-setting, and I kind of see it. He had to be guided with the cup as well. Couldn't carry it on his own. I'm so glad that these mentally stable and fortuitous individuals at the ripe ages of 83 or whatever are leading countries. Alright, fellas. We're going to drop a save right here. We're going to come back on Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. EST, to finish out our dexterity run. I imagine this won't be another stream. It'll just be tomorrow, Tuesday. Then we'll move on to the next thing. Hope to see you guys there. Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. EST, as per usual. Have a good night. Rest well. Thanks for coming to stream today. And see ya in the next one. Bye-bye, fellas.